Welcome back, everyone. We're the Whiskey Watchers. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And before we get into the video, I want to invite you all to hit that subscribe button below, click like, and leave a comment on this video. Help grow the channel. And yeah, thanks for all your support. We love you all very much. But, Jake.
Yes.
We're getting back into the DeLorean today, baby.
We're going back in time.
Back in time to, oh God, 2020.
Oh, well, I mean, if we have to.
Well,
you know what? I worked in the service industry. My lobby was closed. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. So back in 2020, Reddit kind of exploded after a gentleman posted that you only need 5 bottles of whiskey at any given time.
That's a lie.
Now, we did this with a podcast, but we haven't put this on YouTube yet. So you know what? It's 2023. Let's go ahead and put our lists up there. So
I'm sure my list has changed. I guarantee that.
Mine has, most certainly. So there are 5 bottles you need open at any given time. I'm going to run down the list really quick, and we're just going to... do you want to go back and forth, or do you just want to go down?
No, let's go back and forth.
Back and forth? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have a drink to start off, so we might as well go back and forth. You can pour yours, and I'll pour mine.
Okay, that works. So the 5 categories are a daily drinker, so something you go to. I mean, I don't drink daily. But, you know,
depends on what kind of day it's been.
And I'm not one of those people that's like, yeah, let's drink every day.
Party! By the way, short sleeve weather. Finally.
It's always short sleeve weather.
No, it is not.
So the first one is daily drinker. Second one is something to impress your guests. The third bottle you need is a cheap mixer.
Oh, everybody's got one of those.
Everyone, I swear. The fourth bottle that you're going to need is your Friday night pour. Mm-hmm. Something kind of upscale, but, you know, something you just enjoy on a Friday after you've been at work.
Just that martini, you know.
Having the boss lay the wood on you. But
what kind of boss you got? Getting the paddle out?
Yeah, tell you, it's terrible. And the last one is a bottle you're saving for a special occasion. So...
my boss gets the paddle out, but it's not at work.
So let's start off with a daily drinker. Jake, you want to bring out that daily drinker?
Yo, yeah, let me bring out this big old boy. You only had one open, so let's just get out the Haas.
Ah, the Haas.
Get out some Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace?
Yeah, I like Buffalo Trace. I don't know. I've acquired more than I thought I had. At one point, I grabbed... oh, this is a cork. Oh, my God. It's a big one with a cork. I'm taking this home. I'm kidding. I have one.
You have a lot. Every time you find a store pick, you buy it.
Every time I find a Buffalo Trace, I tend to buy it just because it's cheap and it's good. That's why it's my daily drinker.
Luckily, in our area, we can find Buffalo Trace relatively cheap. There are a few stores that do mark it up, but usually it sits around $25-ish.
Cheapest I've seen recently is $35.
$35?
Maybe $28 if you really find it in a good spot. I'm just going to keep this big old
yeah,
boy
just go ahead and
here.
Turn it around, though. There you go. So... actually, the Walmart here in another town a little bit south of us had it last week for $22. Walmart.
Where was I?
I don't know. Dave and I were out there and we just saw it. I'm like,
and you didn't text me? Like, hey, do you want one?
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Anyway,
I have several. I think last time I counted, I was down to, after I finished the last one, 3 and a biggin.
3 and a biggin.
All unopened, plus
Nice.
the one I just opened.
Nice. So for my daily drinker, I'm actually out of my daily drinker, so I had to do a replacement.
A replacement drinker?
A replacement drinker. So this is Wild Turkey 101 Rye.
Oh, so you're just replacing it with a rye version of itself.
Yeah, so I usually daily drink like Wild Turkey 101 bourbon. But you know what? The rye is just as good.
Man, you should have texted me. I had one open at my house.
So we're going to pour a little bit of this up and have a drinky drink.
What did the Canadians call it in that one show that I'm probably not allowed to say on air? Have a little drinky poo.
Drinky poo? So while we go down these, we'll have a little drinky poo. Cheers, bud.
Oh, God, I was holding it wrong for that.
There we go.
Cheers.
So good.
Perfect.
So
you're perfect.
Your next bottle is something a friend comes over. You want to get them to say, "Hey, that's really cool."
Cool bottle, bro.
What are you pulling out? what are you bringing to the party?
Oh. Something that everyone has seen, and it's got an iconic, nice symbol on the front.
A little Weller Antique?
That whack.
The whack?
Weller Antique. It's whack 107. WAQ.
Are we a radio station now?
I mean, we might be.
WAQ 107.
But yes, no, I mean, it's something that everybody's seen, and it's hard to come by in certain states, you know. You have some of those states that it's like, oh, there it is. That's normal.
I swear. I mean, I know people are saying Ohio is kind of drying up, but every time I go through Ohio, I can at least find one or two.
Yeah, and that's stopping in like 2 or 3 places.
So, yeah, we're lucky enough to live, what, like 3 hours from Ohio?
From Cincy.
Yeah, so.
Cincy!
Cincinnati!
I got some friends in Cincy.
Yeah, we need to go see them.
I know.
So.
It's a weekend trip.
So something I bring out to impress my guests.
Yeah, let's see it. What are you going to impress me with today?
Well, okay. So I like to go with something that's not always readily available on the shelf. And in this case, this is from our friends at Warrior Spirits, Warrior Barrel Society, wonderful charity organization helping families and veterans and their families as well live better. This is actually the Warrior Spirits private label. So if you're lucky enough to have one of those, good on you. It's absolutely amazing.
This came out 2 weeks ago, and I've already seen people have them gone.
They gone. They gone.
They empty.
So usually I'll bring out like a store pick or something kind of unique like that. Here behind me, I'll bring out something like this Total Wine Nulu apple brandy.
You know what? Hang on. I'm going to grab something off of your shelf that I like to bring out usually just because it's got a fun thing on it.
So, yeah, store picks are always something pretty cool that you can impress people with. They're different flavor profiles. They're obviously a single barrel, so it's just something.
Anything that has a tater sticker that anybody recognizes is always a fun thing to pull out because people won't know the bourbon, but they'll be like, oh, look, Star Wars, look, the Dark Knight.
I was going to say, is that the Dark Knight's Starlight?
Yeah, it is. See, that's where the star. I mean, I was like, yeah, Star Wars. Oh, no, Dark Knight, Star. What?
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I love a good tater sticker. I'm an absolute fiend for a good tater sticker. It's sad to say.
Based just on a tater.
It's sad to say, but the whiskey doesn't even have to be all that great. If the tater sticker is amazing, then it's coming home with me. So your next one, Jake, is going to be a cheap mixer, something you like to mix your cocktails with, or if you have a friend over that doesn't really appreciate bourbon or is just getting into bourbon, this is what
just wants to get smashed.
This is what you're pouring them.
Oh, dude, I got that. It's a little bit higher proof for people, and that's kind of why I use it, because if they're going to want to drink,
stands up well in a cocktail.
It stands up well in a cocktail. Also, you know, it's easy to find. Little Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
I just bought that yesterday because I ran out of my Evan Williams.
See, I have one open, but it's just, you know, it's cheap. It's readily available everywhere, and it's strong enough that you can put it in a cocktail, and it's strong enough that if you have a friend who just wants to get into whiskey, you can kind of push them to let them know their limit, but it'll make them sip on it for a little while.
Yeah. So mine is another bonded bourbon.
Oh, of course.
Mine comes from Jim Beam, and it's Old Granddad bonded. Something,
not the 117? What the heck?
Not the 114?
Whatever.
No, I find that this one works a lot better, and it's a little cheaper.
Fair enough.
This one in our area is around $20. So $20, go out, buy yourself a mixer, buy something that you can share with your friends, maybe ones that, like I said, don't necessarily drink bourbon, but want to kind of just be with the group, or people that are just getting into bourbon. Really good flavor profile on this. Has the beam nuttiness, a lot of caramels, a lot of vanillas, a spicier, complexity to it for sure, but really super tasty stuff for $20 in our area. Old Granddad Bonded is my cheap mixer. Now we're going to go for your Friday night pour. What are you drinking on Friday night when you get home from work? You got the weekend off like you have had for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been so nice. It's going to come to an end. But what are you drinking on Friday nights?
I'm pulling out another unopened. But it's so hot right now. Another tater. That's right.
Amberana so hot right now?
Yeah, actually, and this isn't even a pick. He told us,
right? It is a pick.
He told us it was a small batch, did he not?
It's a small batch, but the Amberana spiral is something they don't necessarily offer, I guess. Anyway,
I love this. This is a flavor profile that I can get behind every single time. It's just the flavor of the holidays in your mouth, and it is a true sweet and delicious treat.
Amberana, so hot right now.
Dude, it is.
So is this interchangeable with like a Starlight cigar batch? Basically anything Amberana, or
this holds up to Starlight. I really want to do a comparison video based on the two. I want to find out which one's better because it's a toss up.
We'll blind it.
I've honestly, yeah,
We'll blind it.
You're gonna have to blind it because this is ridiculous. I have no idea. Like you have to walk in and I'll pour you Glens and you'll have to pour me Glens.
Yep, we'll do it. So my Friday night pour,
Let's hear it.
I want some proof. So I'm going to reach for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof every Friday, every day.
Which one you got there?
This is A123. I have as far back as C917. Thank you, Brian Brammer, for hooking me up with that one. I really do appreciate it. Speaking of Brian Brammer, he has this awesome business out in Walla Walla called...
No. Walla Walla, Washington.
Oh, my apologies. It sounds a lot better when you say Walla Walla, Washington. You're right.
It sounds so much better.
So we're talking about the Thief Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits. We want to thank them for their continued support of the channel and, sticking with us for this long at least.
Yeah.
I hope to
giving
God
us
they want
pointers.
Everything, man. So if you're ever out in Walla Walla, stop by the Thief Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits. They'll hook you up with a crisp high five, and maybe you'll get...
It's crisp.
Maybe you can pick up some really good pours. Maybe some of these that are on the table.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe you'll grab one of our daily drinkers. Maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe.
Maybe you'll grab a cheap mixer.
Maybe a Friday night pour.
Maybe it's Friday and you need a pour. Yeah.
Yep. So
Or maybe you're trying to look for something special.
Yeah, maybe we're looking for something special. Maybe we're looking for something that, you're waiting for a particular life event to happen, or, just a big impactful day in your life to open.
Sorry, I had to do
So
something.
the last bottle, of course, is the bottle you're saving for a special event. So, Jake, what are you saving for a special event in your life?
I don't even know what the event is, so I'm going to pull it out and explain this. So I personally am not one to have a bottle for this kind of thing, but I acquired this very, very recently. Very, very recently. And it has been very special to me ever since. I say that it's because it's in a beautiful package and I don't feel like opening it. I realized I have more unopens than I thought I did, and I'm going to work down to those. And this is going to be my last one to open on an event that I'm not sure what it is yet, and that is Elijah Craig Beer Barrel Finish.
Ooh.
Yeah, with that Goose Island beer.
Finished in those Goose Island Bourbon County Stout barrels.
Yes, sir. Actually, I feel like I should just bam.
Yeah, put that up there. Glorify it a little bit. Put it on the pedestal.
I've never had it, so I don't know. Well, I've had it once. Not this particular one.
Not that particular one. We did a review on the Bardstown collab with Goose Island, and if you haven't looked at that one, you should really check it out. We tried it with the Director of Quality for Campari and Wild Turkey here in North America, Matt Poselwaite, who is a huge beer enthusiast. So check that one out. And
super awesome guy and fun to talk to.
Super cool dude. I love hanging out with him.
I like talking movies. It's so much fun. He's
such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to movies. So I feel like he should actually replace me on the pop culture side of things. But
no,
I'm gonna go get my.
It's a little bad for that.
Yeah, the commute is terrible. So I'm gonna go grab mine.
Oh no! Don't stress yourself out. By the way, if you see any new little icons, let me know about them in the comments. I want to see. I've put some things on here from my side.
I don't know exactly what this special occasion is going to be, but sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Time to glorify the other.
But I was fortunate enough this past year to be able to purchase a bottle of George T. Stagg. If you know anything about me, you know I absolutely adore George T. Stagg. I was very grumpy last year when they didn't put out George T. and the Antique Collection.
Are you calling it grumpy? Is that what you're going to call
it? I was fucking pissed.
There you go.
There we go. So I was fortunate enough to come buy a bottle of this year, and that's going to be my special occasion pour. Something I'm saving. I don't know what it is yet, but
You know for a fact it's real
yeah, I know for a
because
fact.
there's a nice little app that tells you.
Yeah, there's an app now. It's crazy.
Technology.
So those are our 5. How about you head down to the comment section below, list your 5, because we would absolutely love to compare, contrast. Tell us what you think of ours. Are we right? Are we wrong? Well, I guess, that's kind of subjective.
Yeah, it is.
But
If you agree with any of ours, let us know that. I want to know.
I would love to
Does
know.
anybody think Weller Antique's special, or does anybody just think
It's just
Weller
Antique.
Antique? I mean, what's new, bro?
So we want to thank you for spending your time with us today. And until we drink again, guys, I'm Dan,
I'm Jake.
reminding you to share a pour with your friends and family, because much like the movies,
Memories don't make themselves.
cheers, everyone.
Cheers.